Hello and thanks for watching Gary Teaches Maths. I'm continuing to go through the Edexcel higher tier paper from June 2018, and this is paper 3 and we're on question 9. So what we're given is that we've got t is equal to w, which is a number in standard form here, over d cubed, and this is d again in standard form, and all square rooted. So what we've got to do is work out the value of t and give our answer in standard form, correct to 3 significant figures. So it's really just a case of using your calculator and substituting these values in. So if we try that, we get t is equal to the square root of, simply replace your value of w, substitute it in like this, times 10 to the minus 5. So you may have a button which looks like this on your calculator, which would be times 10 to the x. And that's the button you would use after you typed in the 5.6. You would simply press that button at the bottom of your calculator. I have a Casio calculator. Just press that button and it will set it up for me like this. So then what I would do is I would put in the 1.4 times 10 to the minus 4, and it's very important to put this in a bracket, so it's cubed, as in the cube that we've got there. So if we do that and press the equals button, then what we're going to get is 4517.539 with a few more places, and we're asked to write this to in standard form and with correct to 3 significant figures. So the first thing, for the number to be in standard form, it's got to look like one of these two, where we've only got one digit in front of the decimal point. So it's going to need to move to there. We need to count how many places it's got to move. So it's got to move 3 places. So if I write that now as 4.5175 and then times by 10, and the number that's the indices of this is going to be the number of places it's moved. So it's moved 3 places to the left, which means it's going to be times 10 to the 3. We also need to write it to 3 significant figures, which means we're going to cut it off at this point, because that's the first significant figure, second significant figure, and third significant figure. In order to decide what the number is going to be, we also need to look at the 4th place. Because the 4th place here is more than 5 or 5 or more, then we have to add 1 to the 3rd significant figure. So what we get is 4.52 times 10 to the 3. And that's it. We've done the first part. Now we're looking at the second part of the question, part B. So we're told that W is increased by 10%, D is increased by 5%, and Lottie is saying the value of T will increase because both W and D are increased. So she's wrong, and we have to look into why she is actually wrong. So the easiest way to examine this is to try and find the multiplier for this 10% and then submit the values for W and T into this original equation here. So to find the multiplier, what we need to do is we need to, first of all, take 1 and then add to it what 10% would be as a decimal. And 10% as a decimal is simply moving the decimal point 2 places to the left, which means it would be 0.1. You have to stick a 0 on the end. So what we'd end up with is 1 plus 0.1, which is 1.1. And that's a multiplier, which means that anything I multiply by 1.1 will increase by 10%. We're also going to look at the other one, which is 5% increase. So if we start off with 5% and move the decimal point 2 places to the left, it's going to go 1, 2, we have to stick a 0 in there. Decimal point is now there, and it's 0.05. So the multiplier is 1 plus 0.05, which is 1.05. So in order to now compare whether or not it's increased, we're going to substitute our values in. We're going to find that the new value of W is going to be the old value, but times by 1.1. So 1.1 times by 5.6 times 10 to the minus 5. And from this one, we've got the new value of D is going to be 1.05 times by the original value, which was 1.4 times 10 to the minus 4. So we're going to substitute them into our original formula again here. We'll find out the new value of T is equal to the square root of 1.1 times 5.6 times 10 to the minus 5 all over 1.05 times 1.4 times by 10 to the minus 4. Not forgetting that that needs a bracket all around it. And if we put that into our calculator, what we get is 4403.67, which if we convert into standard form as before, then that's going to be 4.4 and 0 to 3 significant figures times 10 to the 3. So we've shown that it actually goes down. So the value decreases. So that's one way of saying it. Another way of looking at it is the numerator has been multiplied by 1.1, but the denominator has been multiplied by 1.05 cubed. And if we work that out, so I'll just do that here now, 1.1 divided by 1.05 all cubed, then what I get is 0.95, which is less than 1. So in other words, it's not going to increase, it's going to decrease, because overall we're multiplying by a value which is less than 1. And that's it. That's enough. We've shown how we've explained why she is wrong there. We've shown that the new value is in fact less than the old value. So I hope that's helpful to you. If it has been, please like our video and subscribe to our channel, which is Gary Teaches Maths. And for more help, then you could look at our website, which is just appearing at the top of the screen now, which is bestmathstutors.co.uk. Thanks for watching.